Hello, I'm back. I'm gonna do Vath Blue quest, and I'm gonna be unlocking the level. Not I won't say expert. I already have expert. I'm gonna be unlocking the level 90 dungeon thing, just to have it. So I'm missing two dungeons: Smileton and the Stigma Dreamscape. So I'll be doing that after the blue. Well, actually, I'm gonna be doing this quest, and then I'm gonna turn in these two to get the points, and then I'll get 3 more quests, but I'm not gonna probably record that. Just the blue quest and then the 2 dungeons. Click, click, where am I? Who am I? Fooled you, master. Click, click. What a strange feeling to say that to someone so trusting. Is this what it means to deceive? I felt thrill and guilt at the same time. Fooling aside, I wanted to tell you my thought. A daring thought I cannot do without your help. You know our walls are made of clay, yes? They require constant tending. Layers upon layers must be slathered over time. The walls of our hive have not hardened like steel, like Vath asked Nath. Thin walls mean thin defenses. We succeeded in stealing stockpiles from deep inside Loth Nath until they became aware of our bold ventures. Now we no longer wish to live as their parasites. We must find our own beds. So we listened to the One Mind and followed. They seemed to have found other beds of clay in a domain even more dangerous, near the Dragon Tower. Too dangerous for them to take. My thought was we could try asking the dragons for permission to extract the clay ourselves. This thought was too daring, much too daring. I did not consider it at first. Knowing the dragons are at war with the Nath, while the non-mind take care to avoid senseless bloodshed, we are not entirely guiltless. Not guiltless, yes, we kill dragons too. Traveling to the Dragon Tower on my own would mean certain death. They would surely take me as an enemy, but I remembered something I heard in my travels. Master, you have spoken to the dragons before, yes? You could escort me to them to ask for permission. Should I succeed in my quest, we can wean ourselves from Loth Nath entirely. Sustain ourselves, it is worth a try. I'll prepare for this daring quest. Annex Shrine, so like right outside. Click, click. I do not think any non-mine has come as close to the Dragon Tower as I. Were you not with me, I fear I would soon be dust, and now to go closer. Gulp. So I take it he's up there. Well met, friend of Ysael. Thou wished to speak with me? How perplexing. What compelleth thee to bring a Nath before me? Click, click. Great dragon, merciful dragon, forgive my intrusion. It was I who asked Master for an audience. I am not of the Nath. I am an exile, cast away from the colony. I am Vath. The Vath have no appetite for hostilities near our home. We fear the dragons. I came to entreat, to beseech you for help. Boldly spoken, Vath. What wouldst thou ask of me? I, the Vath Deft Arm, only seek to secure clay from the sediment beds in your lands to fortify our walls. Should our walls crumble, the One Mind will surely seize our colony for their own. They could beset your tower with ease. The Nath of the One Mind are foe to us, just as they are to you. Great Dragon, will you allow our humble colony to harvest the clay within your domain? The clay is of little worth to us, be that as it may, I cannot yet grant thy request. Words will not serve as proof. By thy deeds shalt thou demonstrate that thou standest apart from the swarm. Face our enemy, slay the Nath. Slay the Nath, but thou art troubled by the thought. Dost thou refuse? No, click, click, great dragon, I shall do as you ask. He is indeed unlike his kin, yet how will he fare once forced to confront his fear? If thou art truly a friend to him, thou wouldst do well to follow and observe, assist him with his task. Thou must but be warned, if he slayeth not a single Nath, we will know. Oh wait, that's I think I've fallen for that too many times. I don't think I can exit there. Is he on the outer wall? He is, isn't he? Click, click. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. I cannot possibly fight the one mind. What have I gotten myself into? This is not about being an adventurer. You don't understand how it feels, Master. You are not Vath. This is not like the other requests. If I do not prove myself, the dragons will devour me. Click, click. Oh, I wish to be left alone. Fire drone snipers. Master Eye. Well, someone's coming to kill us. Uh-oh. These whispers all at once, 100 voices buzzing, buzzing, I cannot move. No, I am myself. I live for my purpose. Begone, I deny you. I didn't know those were little guns. Quiet, so quiet, could it be? I did it, I subdued the one mind's power, I have conquered the foe. Click, click, they will torment me no longer. I am sure of it, Master, my sense of self is strong enough to withstand them. The White Dragon is trusting a Master's word. Perhaps this is enough to allay her suspicions. I'm gonna teleport back. There it is. Click, click, great dragon, I have done as you asked. I have slain the one mind with my own musket. Master can testify to it. There is no need. From atop the tower did we bear witness to thy deed. Thou hast proven thyself and thereby earned the right to harvest clay from our lands. Great Dragon the Vath are ever grateful. Should your kin be in need of our assistance, our guild shall come to your aid. Thine offer shall be remembered, Vath. We desire only peace, and any opportunity to strengthen our bonds would be welcome. Click, click. The Vath shall be careful when crossing the stone tower. We will mark ourselves properly and use a single path. This do we swear. Great Dragon, I humbly take my leave of you. Oh, well, I can't really teleport, huh? Down the hole again. Vath storyteller, okay. Oops. Storyteller, what news I have for you. I have secured beds of clay for the colony. I treated with the great white dragon of the stone tower. She gave us consent to take clay from their domain, all of the clay. You treated with the dragons? Click, click on your own. Hat. Did you hear that, Fleetfoot? We are parasites no more, and established relations with dragons. Besides, Death Arm, you have done it. Click, click. But how were you able to accomplish such a thing? Why would the great white dragon spare your life? Master has met the great white dragon before. She introduced me. She was fearsome, with enormous fangs and claws, but generous, very generous. I completed her trial. I slew the Nath, and their voices vanished. I no longer hear them. Is this true? Did you see him fell the Nath? He did not succumb to the link. This is auspicious news indeed, to become truly of the non-mind, and you were fortunate to have such a compassionate master with you. Without her gracious guidance, such a valiant mission could have turned into a tragic one. I am overjoyed, yes, overjoyed. We have much cause to celebrate. Nothing can stand in the way of... Deft Arm. Oh, he's not fully cured. Malignant flesh, scourge of our body. It cannot be. You forget your place. You are ever bound to us, ever bound to the one overmind. All are not but vessels to hold our volition. Have you been using the Deft Arm this entire time? Deformations, well, these words, your existence irritates us. We will suffer it no more. Once you were inconsequential anomalies, sure to perish when abandoned to the wilds. This we allowed, but you survived. You came together. You thrived at our expense, corrupted flesh sapping us of our strength. We are not without mercy. You will be granted one chance to return to the colony, rejoin, repent. Refuse and be purged. Consider your last decision as Vath. We will not wait much longer. Curse the Overmind, taking over my thoughts as he pleases. We will never obey. He means to destroy us. We must not take his words lightly. There are not enough non-mind nor cannons to withstand a full invasion. Their numbers are far too great. Then we have no choice but to flee, leave the colony behind. We have learned much from our guild. We can survive elsewhere. Do what you will, but we are not leaving, Loth asked Vath. You cannot mean to stay behind, Storyteller. To flee means to live. We will stay. We are the Storyteller. Our purpose is to tell our story. Without this sanctuary, there will be no new stories to tell, no storytellers to continue after us. Without Loth's Vath, there will be no non-mind left to feel the joy of individuality as we have. The Overmind will make certain of that. If I abandon the colony, I abandon my true purpose to help all Vath in need. Forgive me, Storyteller. I had forgotten who saved me. It would be shameful to ignore others who would share my same fate. Most shameful. All of us yet draw a breath because of the colony. We have become too accustomed to our freedom to submit again to the Overmind. We too will stay and fight to protect our own. So we are to go to war? Is there no other way? Click, click. No, there must be. I will find it. I must think. Alright, so that does it for the blue quests for Vath. It's cool, they have a little dragon thing right there. Oh, a little chocobo hatchling. The dragons and manics trying to become clients of the Adventurers Guild. And honored. Alright, so I'll return after I finish these new Beast Tribes quests. So, penis. Okay, I'm back to get these two quests, and they're both here. Cool. I thought one was in the other moon, but it turns out I end up going there. So, this is the first one, cutting the cheese. Cheese, oh thank goodness you're here. It's absolutely terrible, awful, an emergency of a cataclysmic proportions. What is it? I don't know actually, they didn't say, but doesn't it sound simply dreadful? What I do know is Building Way has been asking after you. He said if I happen to see you, I should tell you to hurry over to Quixote or whatever Knolls with all haste. Well, what are you standing around here for? Away with you. Okay, now I go to Mare, whatever, the moon. And the other one is where no Loprit has gone before. And that's a cool, what do you call it, picture. Cheese, you are Cheese, yes? So thank you ever so much for coming. In truth, I've been searching all over for you. We see there is a most pressing matter for which I could use your wisdom and expertise. Oh, but we haven't actually been introduced yet, have we? The name's Jammingway. I had the honor of serving as the communications officer aboard the Ragnarok. So anyhow, to the matter I spoke of, it began the other day when my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to send a reconnaissance probe to Ultima Thule to investigate the environs. Imagine my surprise when my robotic friend responded just a short while ago with the most urgent and dire distress signal. Distress signal from Ultima Thule. Now even after you and your companions mercifully put an end to the threat of the final days, surely this intrigues and worries you as much as it does me. I was just about to venture there to investigate further, but there's no telling what dangers might await, and I am a communications officer, not an adventurer. Please join me at Thamuzine, whatever, so we may boldly go where you have gone before. Okay, close the recommendations. So we'll go to the cutting the cheese one first, since that was the one I started. Can close these wiki pages now. And to the north. So I may not start the dungeon queue right away. I might just go ahead and do both quests to the point where I unlock them, and then just queue them up and see whichever pops first, then do the other. You're here, not a moment too soon. Sorry to call you here so abruptly, but you were the first person who came to mind that might be able to help. Do you recall the domiciles we were planning to build for the evacuation? I don't mean to brag, but they were immaculate, positively perfect, except of course for the ever so small oversight of being 3 times larger than necessary. At least that's what I believed before speaking with Urinator. I learned a lot from him about what we should and shouldn't make of the domiciles, and so I began making changes. Small at first, but they soon became much bigger, more drastic. By the end, I'd swear I was drawing up wholly new plans by the minute. But I was too ambitious. The myriad plans I dreamt up overwhelmed our automated construction machine, the Big Cheese. Even as we speak, it's burrowing underground with reckless abandon. If we don't stop it, the domiciles will be the least of our problems. The entire moon is likely to end up looking like a truckle of whole-filled cheese. Delectable, perhaps, but utterly unfit for habitation. We tried going after it ourselves, but the survey team never made it past the security systems down there. At least I don't think so. They've yet to return and aren't answering our communications. I'd rather not resort to brute force, but I can think of no other way and no other person to see the deed done. Would you be willing to go down there and stop the big cheese? Thank you, thank you. Head down to Smileton and I'll see that you're let in. Alright, Smileton now accessible. And now we go over here. Oh, I gotta go here. I guess that makes sense. I forget, can I just fly down there, or do I actually have to use the thing? I know I can't fly once I like reach a certain point, I think. Oh, I think it's inside there. Yeah. Geez, I knew you'd come. Clearly we have inquiring minds and a crushing need to be of use in common. Any road, I'm pleased to report that the Ragnarok has already been prepared for our journey, a journey that fortunately will not require the massive quantities of aether that were necessary for our previous voyage beyond the stars. How can this be, you wonder? Hells if I know, whether it is a parting gift from Mother or perhaps the manifestation of Mateon's true desire. This vessel is strongly connected to Ultima Thule. So strongly, in fact, that it somehow must simultaneously exist in both locations, here in Labyrinthos and out at the edge of the universe. Is this making sense to you now? No? Well, it matters little. What matters is that we get to the other side and see what is troubling my dearest probe. On that note, let us be off. Oh, he's gonna take me? That's pretty cool. See, the Ragnarok exists here as surely as it did, and does back in Labyrinthos. With the vessel forming a conduit of sorts, we may also easily teleport between the two locations. Convenient, wouldn't you say? Precisely because the locations are so indelibly connected to each other. However, I fear that whatever has triggered my probe's distress signal has the potential to threaten Labyrinthos as well, so I would investigate without delay. Let's see now. It would seem the distress signal is coming from base Omicron. Not far from here. Let us hop. My automaton friend can enlighten us further at the whatever the situation. Fucked up that sentence quite a bit. Base Omicron. Ah, Jesus is my precious reconnaissance automaton, and yet it would appear this good-for-nothing bucket of bolts has gotten its oily paws all over it. Pray stand by for a moment while I give it a good talking to. You miserable sack of sockets, what in the heaven's name do you think you're doing with my oh-so-valuable automaton? We're completing logic circuits, and 7000 categorically denies the accusations of this hirsute organism. An advanced life form such as N7000 has no need for such outdated technology. On the contrary, this unit took pity on this makeshift machine and the primitive society which created it and deigned to issue a warning. Primitive, outdated. I'll show you primitive and outdated, you. Wait, what is this warning you speak of? We're initiating simplification to explain in imprecise terms that your crude mind might comprehend. Sometime after the organic life form known as cheese here came in contact with M017, the Omicrons noticed an irregularity. specifically a powerful burst of energy from the remnants of a lost world. No doubt a reaction to Chi's and her companions defeating the Endsinger. Fortunately, the energy wave itself caused no appreciable damage. Less fortunately, it housed within it an encoded message from the strategic matrix known as Stigma 1. The message contained a single word, a single command to live. That seems innocent enough, whatever is the problem. This message reached the sensors of Stigma 4, a logistics matrix that has long lain dormant. Shocked back to life at the behest of its fellow intelligence, it has resumed its duties in constructing weapons of mass destruction. Furthermore, there is a statistical probability of 99% that it will launch a full-scale assault on your eminently detectable home planet as soon as production is complete. Perhaps we can remove its power source somehow. Can't produce weapons if you were exploded. This unit projects that this would be less than ideal. Stigma 4's production capabilities are necessary to ensure that the Omicron's existence is maintained in perpetuity. Disabling or destroying it is incompatible with the command issued by Stigma 1. Is there no way we might simply change its mind? If Stigma 4 is convinced that war is essential to its survival, could we not persuade it that an unprovoked defensive might threaten its existence even more? The grubby organic lifeforms proposition has merit. As a military information and operations specialist, this unit does possess the capability to rewrite the memory banks of other artificial intelligences. If this unit were to hack Stigma 4's neural core and implant the memory that such an offensive once led not to victory but to failure and near eradication, it might logically conclude that preemptive attack is ill-advised. To accomplish this, the unit will access Stigma 4 and use a dimensional manipulator to generate a virtual environment simulating its memories of war. You must traverse the environment and nullify Stigma 4's expectations of victory. This sounds simple and not all likely to get us killed. What do you say, Cheese? Suppose it's worth a try. Commencing Strategic Operations Protocol. All participants in the mission, please accompany this unit to the access point at once. I actually have to follow him. It's a ways away. I really like this song better without the dude singing. Like, a lot better. Like, the instrumental is enough for like the vibe of the place, but the dude ruins it. From this access point, it will be possible for this unit to establish a communications interface with Stigma 4's neural network. You may be interested to know that this is the first time this unit has been able to perform its intended function since the day it was commissioned. This unit is honored and will do its utmost to maximize the probability of success. Excuse me, are you saying that you've never actually done this before? You really had me going with your advanced intelligence talk, but at least my probe had a work experience. The flea-ridden lifeforms evaluation is inaccurate. This unit is equipped with dynamic functionality, simply has not encountered technology formidable enough to require its full capabilities before. More significantly, this unit has succeeded in establishing the interface with Stigma 4. All that remains is for you to enter the simulation and use whatever puny weapons are at your disposal to destroy the core that lies within. You should see the Matrix sufficiently traumatized. Jesus Christ. This unit will remain in the physical space to ensure that the communication interface remains stable as you carry out the operation. And do take care, though the environment is virtual, any pain you suffer within will feel quite real. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and queue these up. Let me uncheck mark Alexander. Dungeons. Endwalker. So Smileton and Stigma. Alright, I'll resume the recording when it pops. And one of them popped. Thank God. I'm kind of sad we didn't get the big cheese, but I'm kind of happy it's this one. This one looks really cool. Whoops. Weird eye thing on the back. Oh. Well, I wasn't there. Fuck, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. fucked up the order. Stay in order. Open it. Whoops. Well. Okay, I think I get that, sort of. Did I get that in time? Thank God. Hyper dragons. Oh, they got like mechanical parts and shit. Okay, I'm gonna die here. I just have a funny feeling. Siege Matrix, Stigma 4. Oh, I didn't see that one back there. Oh. Wasn't paying attention to that. Like right there. She needs to put some clothes on. Operation status success. Stigma 4 has abandoned its military offensive. And 7,000 submits new orders to Stigma 4. Stigma 4 is instructed to immediately cease production of all weapons and attack units and initiate production of diplomatic hologram units. Analysis of memory data complete. Further pursuit of planned invasion is calculated to have a 99 point whatever probability resulting in utter annihilation, and 7,000 orders are deemed strategically and logistically sound, reconfiguring production infrastructure. Take that, glowing eyeball. Oh, my dearest N7000, I apologize for all those times I called you sack of bolts while you're the most impressive military information and operations unit I've ever met. This unit expresses its gratitude to the hero cheese and soft-looking organic life form. This unit could not have succeeded without your help. This also marks the completion of this unit's duties. With the invasion halted indefinitely, there remains no military operation or conflict requiring this unit's functions. Preparing to shut down and enter permanent energy-saving hibernation. Shut down? What nonsense is this? Did you not receive an order to live just a short time ago? Eternal sleep doesn't sound like living to me. Come on, Cheese, say something and set this bolt head straight, won't you? Why not put your abilities to work for peace? She's right. You were told to live, and live is what you'll do. If you don't have a war to wage anymore, you can use your talents to bring in a new future of peace and hope. But what are the appropriate protocols? This unit possesses little practical experience in peacetime operations. You can access Stigma 4, can you not? By interfacing with its memory banks, might you not be able to say, find knowledge of lost civilizations? Civilizations that you might simulate for the edification of those who live now? Indeed, such a task would be within its unit's capabilities, but what about when that task is complete without an ongoing mission? Sooner or later, this unit is bound to lose its purpose. What happens then? Well, let's see now. I suppose you could always open a cafe. Back in Old Charlie, and there's a fine establishment called The Last Stand. People gather there to share food, drink, company, and reasons to meet again. She's delivered her world from the brink of despair and helped people dream of a brighter future once more. What if we could do the same for the other civilizations Mateon found? This unit finds the Fury Lifeform suggestion difficult to process, and yet realizing accurate simulations of myriad civilizations, including those the Omicrons have not encountered, would undoubtedly challenge this unit to the fullest. It is a reason to remain active for the foreseeable future. Precisely. See, I knew I was onto something here. Speaking of here, Cheese, do you know anywhere nearby that could use a good cafe? There's an empty structure that might be suited for it in the necropolis. Well, you didn't say. Why didn't you say so sooner? I wonder if you need to do this quest to unlock the Omicron's like trials or whatever. Not trials, but their dailies. Because I have I have one Stormblood. I got none of the Shadowbringers and none of the whoops. None of the Shadowbringers, none of the Endwalker beast tribes. Well, would you look at that? A spacious counter, outdoor seating, and a fine layer of homey gray dust. Best of all is the view of that massive dead star that Mateon was lurking in for ages, looming ominously overhead. People are going to love this. Think about it, it's poetic, the very place where hope was nearly extinguished forevermore, now a beacon of it. This unit has still not fully processed the concept of a cafe, but will simulate elements of lost civilizations as its ongoing mission. I'll be just fine, and 7,000. You focus on what you do best and leave the rest to me. I'll have you know I learned a thing or two about preparing and serving victuals and beverages in my time at the Last Stand. Not to mention that I've come up with the perfect name for our new establishment. The Last Dregs, an inspiring moniker, wouldn't you say? This unit is unable to process the statement and must defer to the furry lifeform's judgment. I'll take that as a yes. Now we had best get to work. There are many preparations to be made before we're ready to open for business. You're more than welcome anytime though, Cheese. Oh, and please tell the other Loperates I'm not dead. Oh, I get both? Neat. What do I need? Oh, so I'm assuming this is how you do the, what do you call it? That's cool. Smileton. Okay, so we resume that, and then I had to complete it too. But yeah, I'll resume recording when it pops in penis. Well, it didn't take long for it to pop, so that's good. I actually missed one. Got a penalty when I was peeing. It's a cool song. Little bunny. You fat-tailed idiot. Oh god. You're brutal. Ooh. Oh. Okay, well, clearly I didn't understand. I don't get it. Oh wow, we both died. So you want to be not on the red ones, I guess? No, that one didn't say anything. The hell? Frameworker? Okay, everyone come over here. I was dumb, I was confusing the real guy for a clone. think. Nope. I think someone saved me. The big cheese. That's me. Oh, I see the one with the bomb on it. Okay, I see the one with more arrows. Oh, that's gonna hit. People is leaving, or yeah, okay. Oh, I gotta. It doesn't even take me to building way. But, yay! Now I have all the things. So that's cool. And tomorrow, get the Moogles and Vanu back to back. Assuming I do them. It's a shame I have to waste 2 on the Moogles. You're back. What happened to the big cheese? It's gone. I suppose that's better than the alternative, and you say the survey team is safe. Oh, thank heavens. Smileton was meant to be a paradise, and the big cheese, its architect, it was designed to learn what it is that makes people happy and make manifest whatever we could dream up, no matter how seemingly impossible. But I've been unduly fickle, every new plan contradicting the last. Pure might and decisiveness overloaded the big cheese, and I lost sight of what true happiness is. Sigh. All I wanted was to make the people of Aetheris happy and look upon their smiling faces. You still can. Just take your time, think things through, and all will be well. You considered visiting residential areas on Aetheris for inspiration. My underwear. Now there's an idea. I mean, sure, Urinator has been incredibly helpful with his advice, but actually seeing how people live would be surely more informative than simply hearing about it. And now that the final days have been averted, there's no longer a need to rush. I'll be sure to bear that in mind so nothing like this happens again. Perhaps I'll start with something simple like furniture. Oh, and I can design a new automated system to build them. I'll call it the bigger cheese. I'm honored. You named it after me. Oh, the little ear flop. Oh, there he goes. Cute. Yup. And a face. Now, I don't know if it was supposed to be someone's face. I don't recognize it. Either way, that is it for now. Thank you to whoever may be watching, and penis.